out something new about McDonald's today. I haven't ate a McDonald's in so long, but somebody needed some food, and I was like, okay, that was the closest thing I seen. I was getting them some food. When I went in there, I seen two little boys. They was cousins. Came in on one on a bike, on a scooter. They talking. They discussing the money. They funding how much they have, what they could do. They getting their change together, scraping it together. He said, "Can I get a one $5 meal?" I said, $5 meal. So I said, "Excuse me, sir." And the boy looked at me. I said, "Young man, what's a $5 meal?" He said, "You get to pick a spicy or regular chicken sandwich. It comes with 4 nuggets and a small fry and a drink." I said, "That's a good deal." So the man rang him up, everything. The man was ringing him up. I said, "Give them two of them and I'll pay for it." And the cousin on the bike, he had like a little, a little speech thing going on, but he said, "Look at God." That was all he said. Now, these young men were like 10, 11 years old. One name was Jordan. One name was Jonathan. I said, "Look at that. I'm Jennifer. We are J's meant to be. Nice to meet y'all." And he said, "Do you believe in God?" I said, "I do." He said, "What's your church home?" I said, "I don't have one. I just visit." He said, "I want you to visit on 77th and Hoover because that's my church. And I want to see you there." And then the cousin, and he said, the one with the speech impediment, the cousin, you could tell he's used to helping him because he was like saying it. And then he said 77th and Hoover. And then he said Baptist, Baptist. He said da 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 Baptist church. So I said, "Y'all cousins?" He said, "Yeah." I said, he said, "And thank you for buying us another meal." He said, "Do you want the $5 we had?" I said, "No, keep your money." I said, "I liked how y'all was up here talking amongst each other. Y'all was being polite and patient, waiting on them." And he said, "Thank you so much. God bless you." And then he said, "Jesus is good." I said, "Oh yeah." So then I told them, they said, "It was so nice to meet you." I said, "Make sure y'all stay best friends forever and never ever let nobody come between y'all relationship." That was like, I don't know, that just came to me. And maybe Jesus was just all up in there because that little boy was really feeling it. But it came to me, and it came to me in the sense that one is going to surpass the other one at some point in life. And I told him, well, I didn't tell him specifically. I just said, "Y'all don't ever be embarrassed to nobody. Don't let nobody talk about y'all. Y'all stick together and stay together." But my mind, I seen a vision of one surpassing the other one and one being embarrassed of the other one. So one abandoning the other one. And I don't know, I seen this whole flash real quick. And so that just came to my mind to tell them. And I really enjoyed that interaction today. Like, I didn't want to leave out the house, and I didn't want to go do what I had to do, but that made it all worth it. That made it all worth it. And I met someone, a guy, like, I'm not really like, I don't know, but it's whatever. So I came on here to tell y'all about something, an old school tale, an old school goodie, oldie but goodie that I ain't seen in forever. Clearly Canadian. If you don't know about Clearly Canadian, you're young. If you do know, then you know. Like, baby, Clearly Canadians was the shit. I don't even know what made them take you off. Orchard Peach. And I got Country Raspberry. I'm going to try the raspberry one first because I want to put that peach code. Sparkling water beverage made from natural Canadian springs. So if y'all don't know about Clearly Canadian is some sparkling water that had the best taste. It was the closest thing you could get to soda without it being soda if you weren't allowed to drink soda. It's still good, but it ain't the same. They added acid, took away flavor. It again got real commercialized and real 2025. Won't be buying it again. It was 2 for $5. Huh, they fucked it up. Okay, now that we know that, sorry I wasted y'all time. Bye bye.